In the late 1990s, sensible adults began treating $5 stuffed bears as legitimate financial vehicles. They were convinced these toys would fund their children's college tuition. This delusion fueled a billion-dollar black market for what was essentially mass-produced fabric and plastic pellets. It began in 1993, when Ty Warner launched a line of understuffed animal toys. At first, they were just cheap impulse buys for kids. But Warner understood human psychology. He refused to sell to massive retail chains, instead strictly limiting distribution to small, independent gift shops. Then he introduced the concept of retirement. He periodically destroyed specific production molds, ensuring no more of that animal would ever be made. By manufacturing scarcity, he turned a child's toy into a high-stakes asset. If people believe they can't have something, they will trample their neighbors to get it. By 1997, adults were stocking delivery trucks and bribing gift shop owners for backroom access. It was a retail echo of the 1920s stock market boom. People bought in based on vibes, blindly assuming the rapid price appreciation would never stop. This speculative fever led to massive hoarding, as individuals amassing thousands of toys counted their future fortunes in plastic bins. But localized mania is limited by geography. To turn an aggressive hobby into a global meltdown, you need a frictionless trading floor. The early internet provided that infrastructure through a startup called eBay. eBay allowed a seller in Ohio to instantly auction a rare bear to a collector in California, shifting the market from local gift shops to a global exchange. When the dot-com bubble eventually burst, eBay survived largely because it was held together by the volume of these niche toy trades. A validation industry followed. Investor quarterlies and price guides hit newsstands, treating beanbags with the same gravity as serious financial instruments. Applying digital scale to analog hype tricks the brain, it makes a speculative hobby feel like a regulated, guaranteed market. The system ran on the greater fool theory. You buy an asset just to flip it to someone else for a higher price. The underlying value becomes irrelevant. The asset stays identical while its price tag balloons, assuming an infinite supply of future buyers. This is the same logic used by executives at Enron, who used creative accounting to claim millions in profits on deals that hadn't actually happened. Any system built on the assumption of infinite future buyers is a Jenga tower. Eventually, you run out of fools. In early 1999, the math broke. To meet demand, Ty Inc. was mass-producing millions of toys, saturating the market and killing the very scarcity that drove the prices. Ty Inc. tried to trigger one final buying frenzy by announcing they would retire every single Beanie Baby at the end of the year. Instead, it triggered a panic sell-off. Because everyone held the toys as investments, they recognized the peak simultaneously and rushed for the exit. Thousands of listings flooded eBay, but no one was buying. Everyone was a seller. When the buyers disappear, the price on paper becomes a fiction. A bear that commanded $5,000 yesterday isn't worth 5 cents the moment the consensus breaks. For couples treating their collections as retirement funds, the realization was visceral. These heavy plastic bins in their garages were no longer wealth, just storage. They were left holding a massive investment portfolio that was literally just a pile of cheap fabric and plastic pellets. The same pattern reappeared in 2008. Instead of plush toys, the market bet on subprime mortgages, an asset where the trading price had completely decoupled from the underlying ability to pay. When that consensus broke, the global economy suffered the exact same structural failure. Money, like a portfolio of stuffed animals, carries no inherent value. Its worth is a fragile construct, sustained entirely by a collective agreement to keep believing in it. The assets change. The psychology of scarcity and delusion does not. The next time a new asset class emerges and the crowd says it's different, remember the bears.